Well. Hey, spooky greetings to all of our travel advisors. Happy Halloween. Halloween is an everyday thing. Hi, everybody. It's Carmen. By the way, I promise you that we will be filled with treats and not tricks. I had to bring all this stuff from home. I never bring this. By the way, I'm an empty nester, so I never get a chance to bring out the fun stuff, but I still decorate because you never know. And I got a really cute story to tell you. So obviously, I couldn't decide. Am I a witch? I don't know. So you'll see how that goes. So there's an interesting story. My favorite movie of all time, well, I have two, but it's, if you've ever seen it, and of course, Dorothy with the Wizard of Oz, right? I even played Dorothy when I was in middle school and high school. Those were my thespian days. So this hat is adorable. I got it for my son and my daughter, and it literally sings the ding dong, the witches. The story is really fun because I'm with my kids. I pick them up after school, and we're going to a drive-thru to get some snacks. And I said to my son, I had just come from a networking event where the featured company happened to have been a networking company, happened to be, I hate to say this, it's so sad, but it is Halloween, so we can talk coffins and spooky. Happened to be a funeral home. And I said to my kids, the daughter and the son in the back, and I said, guys, you know what? They did this beautiful tribute, and there was this gorgeous song, and you know I love the Wizard of Oz. So when I die, make sure at my wake that you're playing my favorite Wizard of Oz song. What would you play? Thinking they were going to say Somewhere Over the Rainbow? No. What did they play? Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. I cannot make this up. I tell you, I can't. I would, but I can't. So I bring on none other than my, we're going to have a partner in profit here, not a partner in crime. Thank you all. By the way, I told Joe how creative. I think that's going to be my new headshot for anywhere on it. I kind of want to be mortician. Ding dong, the witch isn't dead. I'm right here, people, straight. So let's just step through the housekeeping first, because I think it's critical. And by the way, you want to talk spooky and scary? The drive into our Fort Lauderdale studio today was definitely not a treat. It was a trick because the Fort Lauderdale boat shows. So always remember, we always record this. You can get the webinars. You can view them on princesspartners.com. And then at the end, your favorite part, I know it's mine, the Q&A, right? Question and answers. And then QR code alert. Some of you have noted and made little comments about, we never get to the QR code. Can you just give us an opportunity? So giving you a QR code alert, any of the flyers, any of the assets, anything that we show will always have a QR code. We'll pause and let you make sure you scan it because it just makes life so much easier. We even have business cards that have QR codes. I kid you not. So who's my very interesting, spooky partner? None other than everybody's favorite. Look at her. She is not a witch. Normally, I'm the witch, Marsha. Marsha,
I'm
who
not a
are you
witch.
today? Who are you today?
I am the Princess Loveboat Cupid.
Oh, Cupid. What's that called? Pull back your boat. So, Marsha, I gotta tell you, since I am wearing the witch's hat, but I don't know if anybody can read this. This is all from my home, and it's really easy because I think you and we're big girls, right? So if you can't fly with the big girls like Marsha and Carmen, then you need to stay off your broom, people. I'm just saying. How does that sound? How does that sound, Marsha?
That sounds great.
Okay, so here's the thing. I would be a witch, an unhappy witch, if what happens in December, if we are not, by the way, talk about, let's go for the gold, okay? This is, I just finished voting for the 20th time. I'm just kidding. Doesn't allow you to vote twice in any IP address. I wish, but we are nominated in multiple categories, as you know, about 22. I think it's a record breaker for us. Yep. By the way, Sun Princess, since I just did it, it's fresh in my mind. Sun Princess for best ship. Sun Princess, Princess for best premium brand, best entertainment, best food, best academy, best. But Alaska, we've won 20 times. And I gotta tell you, lucky 21, this is so critical. I can't begin to tell you how important this is for us. There's the QR code. But I don't want to be a witch. Underneath this witch's hat, you know what there is? What I should be. I want to be a princess in December. I want to win. Forget Miss America. I want to be best in Alaska for the 21st time. What do you think?
I think it's a go. We should win.
Keep it 20 times. We can't lose under our watch. You and I would really have to get on our brooms and fly away. Don't just let you know. Really important. Okay, so let's talk about today's webinar. We got a lot to share, right?
We do.
Because last week, or 2 weeks ago, was it? We're supposed to have a webinar. We didn't have it by design because it was October 10th. Not only was it my daughter's birthday, which was pretty awesome, just that I let you know, 24, but it was also the Sun Princess launch in North America, our showcase. We're going to talk more about Sun Princess later, but today's program preview, it's really all about living. I love this. Forget your best life, your West life. 26, 27 launch, California. That's your backyard right there.
West Coast.
Where it all began with Mexican Riviera, which, by the way, we tagged, right? We came out,
Yep.
we branded that. It's all ours. I hope we trademarked it. Who knows? But not new to our show. It's Mary. Mary's going to
It
present.
is. I think we have a sizzle. And then we're going
We
to.
do?
Yeah, we do.
That's woo! That was it. I loved it.
I was dancing the whole time.
I dressed up like a go-go dancer. That's what it felt like, right? Like, isn't it that beat that makes you want to go? Mary, welcome back.
Thank you, Carmen. Hi, Marcia. Thank you.
Look at you. We love when we have you on. And I'm going to see you next week, right? We got Cruise World happening.
Yes. Yes.
And you're
very
our
excited.
Alaska expert. You're going to come and do an Alaska, I believe, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Look at Mary.
course.
Mary. No, I thought that was Tuesday, but it's not Tuesday. Is that Tuesday?
Oh.
Wednesday?
No,
Wednesday.
Wait. Oh my God, you're talking. She meant Tuesday.
It's
Oh.
Thursday.
No. You're cracking me up. She is going to be at Cruise World on Wednesday.
Oh my goodness.
Can I tell you, Marsha's checked out, Mary. Marsha's checked out because can I tell you, she's going to be on vacation soon because her daughter's getting married. That's why she's got Cupid going and Love by Frito behind her. Thought I'd let you know. So who is that for real?
Hey, Carmen, before we
Yeah.
move on, we've got lots of comments in about your sound, like it's an echoing. I don't know if we can fix it, but just so you know.
My sound is echoing.
Yes.
Is it echoing? You know what? It's always technical. Why didn't I just?
Yeah, because before we went live, it was not echoing, so it's odd.
Right. Okay. So that just means Joe has wired the technology so that I speak less. I get it. It's all good. All good.
All right.
It's Mary's show. Go.
Awesome. Well, thank
Okay,
you.
Mary.
Yeah, great. So, as you guys know, I live in Alaska. And as you can imagine, this time of year, the sun isn't shining quite as much. So, what I like to do is then focus on all the ships that we had in Alaska kind of moving down the West Coast. So, we're super excited to be here today, to talk about where we go with those ships as they sail from the West Coast. So, that's Mexico, Hawaii, and obviously along the California coast. As a quick introduction, we're opening our cruises for fall of 2026 to spring of 2027. And
Incredible.
did start
27?
yesterday. Yeah,
Wow.
I know it's hard to imagine 2027, right? Mind blown. But
Mind blown.
and next week it will open to the public. We're pretty excited about that. If you want to go ahead and flip the slide, Marcia. Perfect. So, as a company, I want to make sure we touch on this. Princess has a long tradition of sailing from the West Coast home ports, especially as Carmen had mentioned earlier, LA. Now, we love the West Coast so much that we eventually moved to ports like Vancouver and San Fran. And another call out that I want to make here, when you take a look at the list of ships, I was looking at the age of our ships the other day, and I love how many of them were recently built or refurbished. So, as an example, Discovery was built in 2021. Ruby was built right before 2010, I think in 2008. And we also have our new Star Princess is currently being built.
Ooh, we're excited about that.
I like the jazz hands, Marcia. Awesome. Great. Flip to the next slide. As you can see, she will be our newest ship. She is the sister ship to Sun. As you guys have probably heard a lot about Sun lately, and hopefully you were able to join us this last month when she came over to the East Coast out of Fort
We'll
Lauderdale.
talk more about Sun as well. I'm going to
Awesome.
talk very slowly so I don't have any echoes. Echo. We'll talk about Sun later because she really is a next level love boat. The commitment of bringing Star Princess to the West Coast. And I think I saw a comment. Somebody put a comment. Thank you for bringing new tonnage. Sell it.
Perfect. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and
groups out. Take your groups out. You see these voyages, get those groups.
Yes, absolutely. Do exactly what Marcia just said. All right. So for the next few slides, we're just going to discuss the importance of our home ports. And here's really what I love about them. When I think of things in terms of threes, right? One, they're easy to drive to. So there's just such a convenience of being able to drive to your home port, right? That's just very, very easy for folks. But however, if you've got people who want to come out of town, folks on the East Coast, it's also really easy to fly into these areas, right? There's great airports with many arrival and departing flights. And then when you think about these home ports on the West Coast, they really are almost a gateway. So, right, they're a gateway to your escape on a premium cruise experience. So the first home port we'll dive a little bit deeper into is LA. So Princess has been the hometown cruise line in LA for nearly 60 years. 60 years, that's a long time.
A long time.
Folks who are 60 and above, that's a lot of experience. And we love having those folks with us. We offer round trip California coast itineraries for the full season. So that means there's something for everybody, really everybody, when it comes to sailing with Princess. Next up is San Fran. So not only do we love San Fran, but San Fran loves us. We're the #1 cruise line in San Fran, and the only cruise line that sails from San Fran, again, kind of year round. What we love about them is its central location, right? So when you just look at the map, San Fran's kind of right in the middle there. It gives us access to those tropical beaches of Mexico. It also provides us opportunities to sail people up and down the amazing coastline of California. And then obviously, from an Alaska standpoint, it gives us access and all of our clients and guests access to Alaska during the summer season. Heading up the coast. Yep. Thank you, Marcia. Vancouver. So last home port that we'll talk about is Vancouver. I've been there several times. Vancouver feels a little bit more like a European city. It's very metropolis. There's a great opportunity to have many modes of transportation to get you to and from the port. We also offer transfers to and from the airport. And it has a really easy way to get to Granville Islands. There's a massive Chinatown. I think it's the second biggest in North America, the U.S.
It is.
It is. Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, Marcia. And it is our last home port that kind of we'll talk through today, or at least highlight today. So I'll go ahead and move on. I know we've got a little bit of time here.
So Mary, I gotta say, hopefully I'm not echoing. Let me know, and I'm looking at the chat just to ensure that there's no echo. Okay. It is absolutely imperative that we talk about the commitment we have made in the West Coast, folks. Okay, we're not seasonal. You said it. We're there year round. It is a commitment. We were born there, celebrating 60 years next year, by the way, started in 65. So at the end of the day, That is a true commitment, a commitment to the West Coast, to all of our agencies, all of the folks that have been sourced from California. And thank you, Canada, obviously, when we head up to Alaska. Thank you. I have to say that.
Love it. Yes. Thank you, Canada. We absolutely love the partnership. All right. So for Mexico, we are super excited to welcome back Discovery. She'll be sailing our 7-day Mexican Riviera itineraries from LA. We'll also have Majestic Princess and Grand Princess sailing our 10-day round trip options from LA. And of course, we're still offering an itinerary out of San Fran on Ruby Princess, which is now our 11-day Mexican Riviera with that late night in Cabo San Lucas. On the next slide, you might be thinking, okay, well, why Mexico? Who's the person who wants to go to Mexico? Who do I need to go talk to? And
everybody. Everybody wants to go to Mexico.
Everybody. But that being said, we kind of boiled it down to 3 areas where I feel like people who really like to go to Mexico are people who are adventurous, right? They like going and experiencing whale watching, snorkeling, zip lining, any of those hands-on excursions. There's always the element of food. We love food. Who doesn't love food, right? But just that fiesta and the flavor. Also, there's a lot of culture and architecture. Colonial churches, colorful buildings, art-lined waterfronts. I would also be remiss if I didn't talk about our onboard experience in Mexico as well. So you flip to the next slide. So our expertise in Mexico, it just doesn't stop when we're visiting the destinations and the experience, right? We really try to bring that vibe onto the ship. So we partner with award-winning chefs to bring out those rich flavors, right? The rich spices, things that we find in Mexico, bring them on board and make sure the client's experience really is holistic. We have premium tequila tastings. We also showcase some of the other spirits that we have as folks go more into the food and dining when they're on ship.
I got to call out. There's a beautiful picture of my
Please.
favorite drink on our ships. 24-karat gold
Please.
margarita. That's that picture. It's delicious.
Beyond delicious. And may I add, because we just introduced our partnership, right, with Matthew
Yes.
and his wife, Camila.
Pantalones.
What a creative launch of a partnership. More to come on that later.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Jump to the next slide. Perfect. So we think about Mexico.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
Go ahead.
That's okay. So when we think about the voyages that we have that 7-day Mexican Riviera round trip from LA on Discovery. We also have the holiday cruise. So that'll be around the holiday time frame. That's December 19th and the 26th of 2026. And let's see if you want to go to the next slide.
That's the classic, Mary. That's the classic Mexican Riviera, right?
It is correct. Yes.
Cabo San Lucas and Puerto Vallarta. If you've never done it, it is so amazing. And boy, do we know it. Look at that. I love that.
You stole the thunder here, Carmen. That's exactly what I was going to talk about, right? So
what are you talking about, adventure? That's it. It's adventurous. I'm going to get on a little hammock. Over yourself.
So one popular shore excursion that we absolutely wanted to highlight for you, it's on a remote beach called Las Calaveras. I can never say it. I was even trying to say it earlier today with Joe. It's good, right? But it's only accessible by catamaran from Puerto Vallarta. And you can see guests clearly enjoy the island in of itself, but they also have other opportunities such as paddleboarding, snorkeling, other water adventures. There's even, if you have kids, there's even a kids adventure park there as well. So it's a great location.
That looks cool. It looks like there's sand on that. That's amazing.
I know, right? It makes you want to go
impressed.
right now. Perfect. Next up, we have our 10-day Baja Peninsula and Sea of Cortez round trip LA cruises. To me, this visual is just absolutely breathtaking. It's stunning. I'd recommend this cruise for people who are looking for maybe a more deeper, a richer experience in Mexico because it does include that overnight stay in Cabo San Lucas, which really just means more time for exploration and nightlife.
Absolutely.
And if you flip to the next slide, oh, perfect. Marsha, you are so good at this. Must have
I'm trying.
This too. All right. And if you really want to select this cruise, your clients will have the opportunity to check out Loreto, which is one of the oldest cities in Mexico. As you can see from this picture, beautiful architecture. There's 18th century buildings to check out. One of the most popular is the Mission of Our Lady of Loreto. And here, Marcia, this is a great next slide. Beautiful colors within the street itself. And then the final itinerary we'll hit on is our round trip San Fran. So the 11-day Mexican Riviera holiday voyage. What makes it unique is just kind of that time of year, sailing on the holiday season. And then it also offers that unique stop, and I'm going to probably mispronounce this, so I'm going to lean on Carmen and Marcia to bring this to life, but Manzanillo.
Yeah, you did good.
All right.
Manzanillo, you were close. Manzanillo. You were probably thinking
Manzanillo.
Montenegro, but it's Manzanillo, which is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely fun. And round trip San Francisco. Here I have to do my selling pitch because, especially for a holiday voyage, if you think I'm Ruby, absolutely gorgeous ship. But San Francisco, round trip, airlift, one and done. Can I get any better?
And overnighting in Cabo is also
Gorgeous.
very special.
Love that.
Yeah.
Perfect. So if you guys ever need help pronouncing a word in Alaska, I am more than happy to help you guys. We'll trade, right?
Mexico.
Yeah.
I got to Mexico.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know that, Carmen. That's fantastic. Cool. All right. So the next one I want to hit on is Hawaii and Tahiti. So we have 3 awesome ships, Grand, Ruby, and Sapphire, heading to Hawaii from LA, San Fran, and Vancouver. So you flip to the next slide. And you may be wondering again, well, what's the hook about Hawaii? Why do people want to go there? I think it's pretty well known, but I'll break it down a little bit here. Top reasons: volcanoes, nature, island culture, and history. And for me personally, because I live in Juneau, because we're really well known for whale watching in Alaska, a lot of those whales actually go down the coastline, just like our ships, all the way to Hawaii. So the Hawaii holds a special place in my heart. And if you flip to the next slide. You know, we also bring that festive vibe of Hawaii on ship, again, really to give the princess guests and your clients the most immersive experience that we can give them. It's all about bringing the memories to life, making new memories, and making sure that people really experience the destination while they're also experiencing our amazing product.
I want to call out too
Go
that
ahead.
We do a great job with this wherever we're taking you. So
Yeah.
it's, we're probably worldwide known for what we do in Alaska, but we do a great job in all these other destinations as well, focusing on the culture and learning about the destination while you're on the ship and not waiting until you step ashore.
Right.
Yes.
Simply put, it's cultural immersion, right? Destination continues to be the number one reason people travel, right? So they want destination immersion, but we give them that same immersion culturally and on board, which really makes it seamless.
Yes, absolutely. And one way we do that, if you kind of move to the next slide there, is through some of the ukulele lessons, the lays, and then also having really great destination voyages, right? So our first up here is our 16-day Hawaii Islands voyage that sails round trip LA. As you can see from this picture, it's very beautiful Kauai. The rugged mountains and jaw-dropping landscapes. It just doesn't feel too developed either, which is something that I personally love about Kauai. And it really has that kind of slower, meaningful pace that often folks refer to as like Hawaiian time, right? So next up is our 16-day round trip out of San Francisco. What makes this one unique is that there's more shore late night calls on every visit to Honolulu. So this just means, again, that you get more time when you're there to experience the ambiance, the taste, and the activities.
I just had someone.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had someone asking me about that too. And we do call out when we have late nights or overnights, and we do try to emphasize that in the places that have lots of nightlife and things to do in the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a highlight with a lot of people, right? It's not something that every cruise line will offer. And it looks like we've got a few people like Starla and even Piper who are saying, like, look at Hawaii is a bucket items. So bucket list items. It's great. All right. So on the next slide, we want to make sure that you get some kind of visuals too to help identify, like, what does Hawaii look like? Why should I want to go? Let us show you this destination. So here's just a quick postcard worthy view for your client. And for yourself as well. These falls are about 173 feet, which is a long way. And it's also located near Hawaii. Perfect. And on the next slide, here's
Wow.
another view. Yes. So
That's
this
a
is
great shot.
It's a phenomenal shot. It's of the
Yeah.
Diamond Head crater, located on the southeast coast of Oahu. And the city of Honolulu and the island of Oahu offer many attractions. I'm sure you've heard a few of them. Two that I'll call out: Waikiki Beach and Pearl Harbor. And I think somebody had asked about this cruise kind of in the chat earlier. So just to mention
They
this, we
did.
also have a 32-day South Pacific Island and Hawaii trip. With the ease of it being round trip out of LA, that to me is
Phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely. So be able to see the richness of Hawaii and the exoticness of French Polynesia in one trip with the Princess Luxury, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Carmen, I'm submitting my time off request.
I'm going with you.
I'm going with her.
with you.
Yeah.
We can do webinars from on board. We'll be fine. Come on.
I love it. All right. And if you want to flip to the next slide, perfect. So Maria, this is just stunning. This is just one of the photos. Maria, it's just 12 miles out across the lagoon from Tahiti. And Carmen, you look like you're going to say something.
Because I've been there. And let me tell you, everybody, Tahiti, I call it a life list, not a bucket list. And unfortunately, when I went, I think I was too young to appreciate that moment in time. So in my heart, there's a pull to go back. Actually, it'd be nice to go back with my husband. How romantic. But everybody fit. Did a little plug for romance there, Cupid. Should be really happy. Most people fit Bora Bora, right? Or Papieti. Morea was, to me, so pristine. It was a surprise and delight. And every time I see that, and when I think of that voyage, that I did, this was probably the highlight. It was such a surprise and delight. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't begin to tell you. Morea Blossom, yes, Elizabeth, it is stunning. I like that. Gorgeous.
Awesome. So this cruise will also give you an opportunity to experience which is just a great added bonus. And you can also find locally crafted gears and gifts, which obviously helps the local economy there as well. So I like to highlight that. And last but not least, when we think about West Coast, we also have our California Coast cruises, departing from LA, San Fran, and Vancouver. Different lengths, right? So we've got 4 days. We also have 7 days. In 2026 to 2027, our ships, the fun fact, our ships make 48 trips under the Golden Gate Bridge. 48. And we know under the Golden Gate Bridge, that's a huge guest highlight.
And that, by the way, I've said it before on others, but I've got to say it. If your clients have not done that, I talk about New York as one of the East Coast, they got to do it, sail away.
Yeah.
It's iconic, right? It's epic. So it's in San Francisco. I mean, I'm just telling you, this experience when you do Golden Gate, to think we do it 48 times, it is pretty spectacular. Can I tell you, it never gets old. Ever.
Never.
Myself, every time is so spectacular. Highly recommended.
Nice. All right. So we also have many reasons why people like to go on the Pacific coastals. Sticking with the same kind of framework as the other trades and different other locations. So I'll talk through a couple of these here, right? So it's the marine life. Obviously, you've got those whales coming through. Wine country, wine, vino.
Stop, Mary, stop. This is where March and I have a Zen moment. We just did Napa recently. And I'm sorry, Joe does not include the pictures of Marsha on her bicycle tour. But I decided, because I'm really smart, Mary, I'm not doing the adventure thing. I did the spa.
I was sorry I picked the bike. I was. But it was good for me.
The reason I call it out is because I'll tell you, individually, if you have clients that want to do that wine region and they just want to do an independent trip, not for the faint of pocketbook, either Napa or Sonoma. When they do it on a cruise, it is such an amazing way to see that coast and to be able to experience wine country. There's just no comparison. from a value perspective. So I just had to throw in that we love the Zen of Napa.
And did either of you have a favorite wine that you liked?
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes. You just serve that up, Mary. Go ahead.
No,
Carmen.
she didn't serve the wine, Marsha, because I can't drink while I'm working.
She asked what was your favorite, and I know it's
Amos.
funny.
Uh-oh.
Camus.
Famous.
I don't know if you know, Mary, I could probably work for the Wagner family at Camus and do their commercials because at the end of the day, we have an amazing partnership with Camus
Yes.
where we actually have, so you know, we do a lot of those wine amazing, well, you have it, you know how it goes. We have these incredible themed wine cruises and
Yeah.
Camus is a part of it. On every single one of our ships, currently 16, soon to be 17 with Star next year, we have Camus wine dinners on board. No other cruise line has that on every single voyage. Every time I sail, they sell out and sometimes they open a second one. I highly recommend it. Absolutely beautiful done. There's my commercial. I'm waiting for my interest check.
Told you, Mary.
I'm sold. I'll go. Perfect. So here's what we do on board, right? We try to gather again that immersive, more experiential experience and bring it on board. We have Hollywood insiders, we have California cuisine, and wine tastings, as you can imagine. And so our first product that we'll chat through is our 7-day classic coast on the next slide. And it is by far one of our, most popular round trip itineraries that we offer. This itinerary also offers a late night in San Fran and San Diego, one of the best ways to really experience California. Moving right along, we also offer several wine country sailings in September of 2026, sailing from Vancouver to Los Angeles. And there will be 2 6-day sailings, one on Grand and another on the Coral Princess. Perfect. Thank you, Marcia. We also have a pair of sailings out of San Fran, which is our 7-day Pacific Northwest Coast cruise, leaving April 17th and the 24th on Ruby.
I love that we're doing, we've done this for a while where we have late nights and overnights, but it seems we've got far more here on the West Coast, and it's going to be great. It lets you see more of the city.
Yeah, it allows you to pause and really soak it in. And this one is a late night ashore in Victoria, which is incredible. Have you guys
Very
been?
unique. Very
I
unique.
have. Yes.
Perfect. All right. And then just to help aid in any conversations that you might have, we have put together sales tools. And please reach out if you need anything specific, but you can find these ones we've already crafted for you on one source. Just go to sales and marketing under destinations.
Yeah, and I'm going to call out that a lot of the flyers will also have the ability to dual brand. So there's a space there for you to put your signature, your account information, and then also shared with Princess.
And customize it. So before we move to news, notes and reminders, November 6th, am I right? Is that the date? We open it for sale.
Correct.
Yes.
Next week.
For general public.
For general public,
For
yep.
the general public, right. Phenomenal. Marion, stand by just in case we have amazing questions, okay?
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you too.
As always, it is such a pleasure to have Mary on. Now, I'm loving, that was pretty funny at the beginning. Are you Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. I'm going to be. You're killing me. You are killing me. That is so
okay.
Fun. Okay.
Can I talk about Circle Pacific, Carmen? Because this really excites me. I've been touting this all week.
And on sale now.
On sale now. Well, it went on sale October 28th. So we took what was the World Cruise in 2026 and reimagined it, right? We know that there's been a lot of people probably sitting on the sideline because of, the state of the world. We can't necessarily deliver the exact World Cruise that people are looking for. But we have changed 2026 to this beautiful Circle Pacific so that guests can do that long cruise and see the world just in a slightly different way. But it's wildly popular because people have been waiting for something like this, right? Without all the unnecessary sea days, this is spectacular. It's on the beautiful Coral Princess. You can either do 115 days or 131 if you sail from Fort Lauderdale to LA. and then LA for the rest of the cruise.
So
And then-
115 from LA and 131 if you do Fort Lauderdale. And dare I
Correct.
say, we're doing this ahead of time, right? We're
Yes.
preparing 2026 to give you ample time. This has been very, very well received. I have been so impressed.
It's huge. It is the voyage that has the most port opportunities that we've ever offered. So 60 ports on 115 or 131 day voyage. It's pretty amazing. So you definitely want to be sharing this with your clients. And I wouldn't say just to who you think wants a world cruise. When you start talking about this with everyone, you would be surprised at who's interested and wants to go on something this incredible. So here's a little slide that just shows you the routing and all the amazing ports that are included and how we've been able to maximize the experience with, I mean, it's jam-packed with ports, right? 60 amongst 150 days is pretty incredible.
I mean, I want to pause and just really focus on this, because if you think about out of Fort Lauderdale, you're doing Panama Canal, think about it, you're doing Cartagena, Puerto Amador, which is amazing. You're doing Costa Rica, you think about that Pura Vida, right? West Coast gorgeous. Going straight up, we just talked about all these Mexican ports that are so beautiful,
We did.
right? Ensenada, Puerto Vallarta, Utalco, also San Diego. Come on, folks. Then we got LA. Then we're working our way up. We talk about it's perfect because Mary's talking about, you know, the West Coast and what we offer. And it just serves itself up for this incredible new voyage that we have for sale. So you're going to Alaska. Think about that, Alaska. When you're coming, you and I, well, you know, I went to Japan this year. It was absolutely phenomenal. So we have that experience. Look at this. I mean, between you and I'm in Singapore. I'm looking at Bali, Kuala Lumpur. Can we talk? Bangkok.
Yeah.
One night in Bangkok makes a young woman humble, I'll tell you that. And then you're going to Bali and think about Perth. Then you've got Sydney and Melbourne. This is beyond belief. Okay. I mean, this is like Auckland. Think about that. Incredible.
And Fiji, amazing. Moorea, Tahiti, Papeete.
Which I mentioned, Moorea, Suva, which is great. And then you go up to Hawaii, and we just talked about, I mean, this is like beyond epic and an iconic voyage. I'll tell you, I'm so hats off to the deployment team, Mark and his team, for coming up with this and doing it now. Let's not wait till next year to say, oh, we're gonna have to switch the original.
I changed my mind. I don't want the 30-day. I'm gonna do the 115.
No, Marsha, that's it. We're going on the 32-day. We're done.
All right, but it's not just this. So we've got a phenomenal offering, but we've also got a phenomenal deal, right? So until December 31st, we have an early booking benefit offer. It's $500 onboard credit per person, first class airfare for suites and mini suites, and economy air for balconies. It's incredible. And not only do you have that, but it also includes Princess Premier amenities, which we all know is the unlimited drinks, the unlimited specialty dining, right? Gratuities, Wi-Fi. There's so much more that's included with it, but the important things are the unlimited drinks, the Wi-Fi, the gratuities, and the unlimited specialty dining. Like Premier was made for this because there's no limitations. It really is all inclusive, right? And then we have guests 1 and 2 on the segments. Those voyages qualify for up to $500 onboard credit. It depends on the length of the voyage. And then also, we always want to say thank you to our Captain Circle members. So Princess Captain Circle members can also save up to $1,000 per person. So start getting the word out. We have a beautiful flyer for you on OneSource that you can share with your clients and get them booked before December 31st so they can get all these amazing benefits.
Beautifully said. I want to add on Princess Premier, why we did this unlimited, why we adjusted and changed it. It's because of the feedback we got mostly from our guests that do these extended voyages and longer voyages. And so we needed to adjust. So I want you to hear we hear me. Believe it or not, we actually
do.
Listen. It's a beautiful thing to listen and adjust and pivot, right? So speaking of pivoting, sanctuary collection. I wish I had a mic. Maybe that's why I was echoing. So hopefully I'm not echoing anymore. Maybe it was the hat. So which is at the princess crown stays put, doesn't echo. If I had a mic, I would drop the mic. Why would I drop the mic? Because what we've done in this space, we've raised the bar. And I will tell you Marcia and I and our entire team had I'm humbled that we had the privilege to sail for the first time. Let me remind everybody,
Yes.
Sun Princess has been in operation since February, right? She inaugurated in February. She was out in Europe, did her big inaugural season, came over. Dare I say, we had to deal with this little thing called Milton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about a
That was
damper.
interesting.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
beyond interesting. It was a little bit of a damper on my spirits, but the team, we pivoted like nobody's business. Oh, wait a second. Is that Wonder Woman like hearts on your?
It's Cupid hearts, not Wonder Woman.
But it
Cupid.
feels like you're the Cupid Wonder Woman. That was adorable. So let's talk about this because I, as you know, we did a what's new, what's next session on
Yes.
stage in the arena. The ship is gorgeous. I mean, this is next level boat, period. But with the what's new, what's next, really amazing to talk about Sanctuary Collection and what we've done. So our president, John Padgett, admitted, and when I joined 2.5 years ago, I said, why don't we as a premium brand, we're a premium brand, have the ship within a ship concept that really creates this luxurious kind of sanctuary for guests that want this experience. It's next level service. It's exclusive access to the Sanctuary Club, which is absolutely gorgeous. The private restaurant, the staterooms were absolutely amazing. We include the Princess Premier package, right? Because that is what people are expecting when they're in this class of category. But then you think about the suite lounge access for these suite guests only. Absolutely exclusive venues. But let me tell you about the space, because I was able to talk to many of our travel advisors that sell this. They sell these ship within a ship concepts on some of the other competitors. And I think there's only one that's in the premium space. The other two are contemporary, I call it mass market. But for us, you know, what JP said, John Padgett said to our VP of operations is make it the best in class. If we're entering the space, ours has to be the best in class. And I will tell you from listening to the advisors that we had that went up to the area, because we did tours, it is so spacious. The cabana, the setup, the butlers, and then we have this DJ. You know what it has? It has this, how can I put it? It's a vibe that reminds me of a combination of Ibiza, Saint Tropez, a little Monaco, and then throw in St. Bart's just for fun. It brings it to a whole new level. Super impressed, very excited. And you know,
so before we move on,
our savings. Yeah, what do you want to say?
Yeah, we are. I wanted to call out too that before we move on, that the other thing that we were able to do was to look at what the other offerings are and do it even better, right? And so what we know is that we have multi-generational families, groups with us that want to sail. Sometimes they want suites. Sometimes they'd like to still be able to be in a sanctuary collection or ship within a ship feel, but not necessarily purchase everybody in a suite. So what Princess has done is given them that option. So it's all suites on Sun and Star. All 80 on both of the ships, 123 mini suites, personally picked out and designed in those midship locations, those sought after great locations on the ship, and then 12 deluxe balcony. So what that means is that your clients can have somebody in a couple of those balconies, select balconies. Some could be in mini suites, and then several could also have suites. But then they all get to be in Sanctuary Collection together, which that's a game changer, right?
Completely agree. It really gives it a lot more depth. So I always talk about, if you go to the next slide, because we have this limited time offer, and I want you to know it's supposed to expire October 31st. That's today. Guess what? No, it's not. We're running it through to December 3rd. That's because you know what that's called? An insider insight. That's the scoop when they come on the webinar, right? Got to have something to give them. There has to be a golden nugget at the end.
I just got a scoop. I thought it was November 30th, so it's December 3rd. It's even longer. It's amazing.
I knows, but we're just going to rebrand it. But I want everybody to know now, because this is, I tell you, we're new in the space, so it's kind of like the best kept secret. As guests are returning, because remember, we only launched this concept, Marcia, October 14th.
Right.
2 weeks
Right.
ago, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So,
Yeah.
so as guests are coming back, because I listen to social media all the time. Why? Don't ask me. I'm a glutton for punishment. But I like to have a pulse on what folks are saying about art, right? Because not everybody loves this concept, but the
Yep.
ones who have done it, and I've seen some amazing comments from guests, not our travel advisors, guests
Mhm,
that have
mhm.
been coming back just 2 weeks in operation, folks. Let me remind you, and are saying better than the others. They cannot believe it. This is the way to go. And thank you for doing it in different categories that they can take advantage. I think that's a game changer. I use myself as a perfect consumer example, myself and my kids. My kids are adult children. They don't have to pay their own way. Sorry, I've
Yeah.
carried them for decades now. And if they want to go, I'm not going to pay for a suite for them. They probably,
Yeah.
mini suite. But if they can do the veranda, then they can be in that same space with us. So I just love this. I think it's very well
Yeah.
positioned.
And it's not just a deal for your clients, it's also a great opportunity for you.
But wait, there's more, because this was also supposed to expire October 31st. See, you know how I started, right? I said,
Yeah.
we're not going to have any tricks. I only
Yeah.
want to give you treats. And treats come with this kind of insider insight. And we are extending the bonus commission on the Sanctuary Collection. By the way, whether it is any of the categories, whether it is Sun, whether it's Star that hasn't even started yet, anything you book, there you got it through November 30th. That's our treat for Halloween for you. We've extended
And that treat is automatic. You don't need to do anything as long as you've booked the Sanctuary Collection by November 30th. It automatically applies to your booking.
Fantastic. Now let's give another inside scoop, because everybody is poised and ready for this, right? Everybody talks about Cyber Sale, Cyber Monday. I never even knew what that. How to shop, right, Marcia?
Travel Tuesday. There's so much.
Now there's Travel Tuesday. Like, come on, what don't we have? It's National Daughter's Day, National Dog Day. When's it gonna be National Carmen and Marcia Day? That's what I want to know. I think we gotta get that on the docket. But I'll tell you, we have really, I've got a hats off. If I had my witch's hat, I'd take that off right now. I'm not taking the crown off. To our marketing team, who has done an amazing job of getting ahead, very much so in a very integrated planning way, to get ahead of the year and let us know in advance and get this information to you. Because if you recall in the past, we probably wouldn't be telling you about a Black Friday sale or a Cyber Sale right till the week of. And we're ahead of the game. So this starts November 1st through the 25th, up to 50% off, 50% deposits, 50% off of deposits, I should say, and free third and fourth guests. That's the offer. That's the deal. You got it now. It starts tomorrow. Ta-da! The rest is history.
And then a little reminder about Princess Academy. So you guys do a phenomenal job of taking these courses and getting your Commodore status. But we have a newly released course. It's called Princess Fleet Course. Gives you information on our updated ship features, our onboard programs, and so much more. Just a reminder, the Academy benefits. When you sail with us, once you become a Commodore, you get a $50 onboard credit from completing the refresher courses. It's available annually, so don't forget to do your refresher courses. And you get priority placement in the travel advisor locator. And then you get a free cruise. That's what everybody wants to know about, right? So when you finish Commodore, you do get a free cruise for having become the Commodore with Princess. And you learn a lot. We were just talking about this the other day. You learn a lot about Princess, but you also learn a lot about selling cruises, right? So it's an excellent investment in time.
And there I interject, because right now it's the Reader's Choice Awards. You guys know it, right?
Yes, I'm going to go back.
Academy. Last year we won for Princess Academy. I got to tell you.
We did.
For pausing. The one thing I know, because I know you said free graduation first. Well, that's great. These elite level Captain Circle benefits on board are big. Big. I hear it all the time. So hats off. I think it's the best educational program out there. It takes a lot of work. Jen Weaver does a great job. She's new to us, right? She's been with us, I think it'll be a year now. And so she's doing all of these, and it's just the best in the business. I highly recommend. And then I love personally, if I'm a travel advisor, that I have priority placement in our online travel advisor locator. That to me is what partnership is about. invest the time in taking the academy, become a subject matter expert in our brand, keep refreshed, because we've changed. I mean, since I've been here, oh my goodness, how many iterations of Plus and Premiere do I need to see, right? There is no rest for the weary here, as you know, we've just kept it going. So one of the things that I've branded and tagged is today's princess, because that's one of the things that I have caught on. Folks, and I know we have an iconic brand in that love boat positioning, which is fantastic. And Jack passed away last week. Oh my God, how sad.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Right? That was kind of devastating. We did a nice little tribute, hats off to him. But today's princess is much more contemporary. And I mean, the kind of partnerships we had, it will blow you away. Thank you, Starla. She loves our princess. So don't forget to vote for us, right? Don't forget.
Yes, please do.
I'm weekly up until the 22nd. Now, next week, we're going to have another webinar. I got to tell folks why we normally don't do every week, right? So we skipped the 10th and did today because we thought Halloween would be cute, but also because Marsha was flying from LA and just didn't want to be bothered. That's the truth. Am I right? Cupid, tell the truth. Go ahead.
I'm a West Coaster, and the hurricane had me a little, out of sorts.
I get it. I get it. So that's why we have next week another webinar. This is going to be an interesting one because November 7th is going to focus on obviously a sneak peek for Caribbean and Panama Canal. But I will be doing this, and I will be at Cruise World, right? So right up the street. Promoting, and I'll be fresh from all of that and the trade show. So looking forward to really having this incredible webinar next week, right?
Yes, exciting.
And then we have the last one, obviously the week before Thanksgiving. I want to mention that specific one because I know in between Marsha's daughter's getting married. So Cupid will be off enjoying vacation time, well earned, and having what I call a milestone moment, my friend.
I have done my job. I have done the ultimate job of striking as Cupid for my daughter.
Love is exciting. And you, by the way, when you come back, I expect before Thanksgiving that when we do our next webinar, that you have some pictures to show.
I will. Pictures. I will. Yeah, I'm super excited.
But
let's take some questions, and I'm going to land us here. So in case someone missed the QR code.
Love these because everybody always tells us when we do the webinars, please, please, please put them back up. I really just want to focus on the last one. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Nick, I got a secret for everybody. Because I tell them we have to have an insider insights before we take the QA, the questions and answers. Make sure number one, vote Princess number one in Alaska and the other 21 categories. Okay, I have to do that. I'm shameless, aren't I, with the commercial? I really am. But we got to win. I don't like to lose. You know what I mean? I'm a winner, not a loser. And this year, Marsha will be there accepting the awards. I mean,
I will. I'm super excited.
And if we don't win, she won't be up there in her beautiful sequins gown. And she wants that moment.
I will cry heavily. So please vote.
I will lend you my tiara. Okay. I want you to wear this. Okay.
Hey, I want to share. Jillian said, I just started the Prince Academy and love the in-depth education. Thank you. It's amazing. Thank you, Jillian.
So the secret, Cupid. Can I tell you what the secret is?
Sure.
You're getting an inside scoop. Connect with Princess Soul. Because I know, number one, my son and my future daughter-in-law don't watch Facebook or follow us. Saturday, November 2nd, Cupid. Big surprise for the Roy family. My son, go ahead, pull that. He will be proposing. It's a surprise engagement proposal.
Boom.
Boom, shakalaka. So next Thursday, I'm going to have pictures. Can I tell you?
Congratulations.
So Mary, I had to, no, it hasn't happened yet. She hasn't said yes. Come on, don't change the
She's going to say yes.
She's going to say yes. Please. She's going to say yes. Well, yes. I said yes, and then I said no 4 times before the final. You never know. Like that final rose, my friend. Let's wait. So hopefully next Thursday, I'll be able to share with all of you great news. So thank you. Life is about these moments in time, Mary, like the milestone moments that it just warms my heart, right? Super excited. Questions and answers, all about you.
All right. Do we have any questions? I'm looking through.
Ooh.
Oh,
what does general public mean? That's a good one.
Good question. So So we have a phased approach to opening the space. So we love our past passengers, the past guests who've sailed with us. So we give them a week's advance opportunity to book. And then the following week then opens to what we call the general public, which is everyone else. General public means everyone other than our Captain Circle members. Good
That's
question.
easy.
Yeah.
On the longer voyages, are the rooms different? You mean your
Okay.
stateroom? I think.
I'm thinking they're saying stateroom. So
Right. Obviously, if you book it for the whole, the extension of it, you can do back-to-backs. It depends, because we set them up as liners, right? That word
Yeah.
liner just reminds me of the old days, right? It's like a canard term. I call them back-to-back voyages, extended segments, whatever you want to call it. You just have to make sure you have that same stateroom for each of the segments.
yes.
Okay, so that.
When you get Commodore, do you get to choose the cruise location? Yes. So we provide a list of cruises as options, and it's a really diverse list. And I've heard people been able to do Hawaii, so it's not just Mexico and Caribbean. There's a lot of just different opportunities there. So the list gets posted. Not sure how often it gets updated, but an insider scoop is that when it changes, it's going to change on a Tuesday. So don't bother checking any other days. Check on a Tuesday.
I always learn something on these webinars. Okay, is there a time limit for the free cruise? Does it expire? That's Natalie. Great question.
So it does not expire. You can have it, but we want you to use it. So the only thing you need to do in order to continue to have access to use that free cruise is have 4 Princess bookings on the books for that year. And that's not just for you. It's anyone in your agency you need to have at least 4 bookings made. And you need to be up to date on your refreshers.
Right, so if you don't take it like within the moment that you've already graduated, let's say you wait 2 years, you'll have refreshers and you have to stay up to date on the brand, right? So that we know you're a subject matter expert. But don't lose it, use it.
Don't lose it, use it.
Away.
You're rhyming, Carmen.
Is there going to be a TA cruise on Star Princess? Oh my God. And by the way, Starla, I love that name. Starla wants to be on Star. Did you guys get that? Did you see that? Come on, Starla, you gotta be on Star with the name like that. So I get folks really upset at me when I come on the webinars and give away like sneak peeks and previews. But yeah, it will be. Like we did. By the way, my original presentation, I saw all of our incredible partnerships here. Joe, I never saw the slide. I saw me on stage with Tyra Banks. That's as close to a supermodel as I'm ever gonna get. And I don't see the slide. Like, you're killing me, Joe. You're killing me. This is the highlight of my life right here, Tyra Banks.
There it is. There it is, Carmen.
Is it you, Marsha? Don't be a hater. Be a motivator. Loved being on there with her. She was incredible. Absolutely amazing. Look at those shots. So yes, Darla, there will be a Star Princess also, because she starts in October in Europe as well. Remember, then she does a transatlantic. Then she'll be in Fort Lauderdale in November. I'm not going to give you the exact dates because right now I'm not going to give them, but I will soon, I promise. But we will have a preview cruise just like we did on Sun Princess. So truly hope that we can welcome you aboard. More to come.
Hey, I want to address something. We don't need to put up the whole question because it's a lot of data there. But Keith Goodwin is sharing the fact that we currently have a glitch in the system when it comes to booking the specialty dining, right? So specialty dining is supposed to be free with Premier. When we launched it, it was working and doing a great job. And we had lots of compliments about the fact that we were able to fix it. There is currently a glitch that we know about, and I've had some reports of it. So we've sent that in to our IT team. They're looking at it, and we're going to do the best we can to get that fixed as soon as possible, just so everybody knows that we are aware.
It's always technical. And on that note, we're at the top of the hour. So I want to thank you, Mary, for joining Marsha and I, and obviously the entire team that does all of the Q&A for us. We got new folks that are helping us out, Mara's on. And as always, thank you, because we know how valuable your time is. We want to wish you absolutely a day filled with nothing but treats and no tricks. Marsha, Cupid, we love you, darling. You're so on. We'll see you next week, everybody. Carpe diem.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.